Hi there, Coach Pamela Katie here. And oh, I forgot my earbuds. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Um, so I had this hit today to come on here and do a live talking about leadership, which is really funny because it is actually an area that I have resisted in my life for a very, very, very long time. So I'm just following my guidance and know that there's probably many women that will be watching this that can totally relate and hopefully get value out of it. So I wanted to talk about one, I actually don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, so that should be exciting, right? And but to talk about the impact of resisting being a leader in your life, your relationships, and your business. Because the truth is that if you are in business for yourself, or you have a leadership role at work, or gosh, even if you're just a parent, right? You are a leader, but you may not be relating to yourself as a leader. And I know I didn't for a really long time. I had a lot of resistance to one, I just didn't ever have the identity or belief that I am a leader. Thus, I never fully embodied it or related to myself as a leader. And there's definitely been an impact of that in my life, relationships, and business. So I want to talk about that and bring awareness to this so you can be in the inquiry for yourself of what it actually might look like for you to embody being a leader in your life and relationships and business. So in my professional coach training program that I did years ago, it was kind of like a mantra, right? Coaches lead and leaders coach. And from the moment that I first heard that, I completely rejected it. I'm like, I want to be a coach, but I'm not a leader. I'm never going to be a leader. I have no interest in being a leader. I'm not a leader. I don't believe that to be true. That was my perspective. And I held on to that belief for a very, very, very long time. And part of the reason that I believe that I have resisted fully embodying and being a leader is because as a woman, I have a certain relationship to what a leader is, what a leader looks like, what a leader thinks, how a leader acts, like the whole world of it, right? And just before this live, I was actually Googling like the definition of leader, right? And this article about leadership came up, and it was like 100 quotes from different leaders about what leadership is. And as I was reading through them, it was one quote after another from a man. And I was like, this is exactly why I didn't ever want to be a leader. This is exactly why I didn't ever want to be a leader. This is exactly why I didn't want to be a leader. Like I went through like 20 of them and had that reaction in response to them. And then I got to one is like, oh yeah, that's an alignment. And it was by a woman. And then I kept going. And that was consistent. I didn't even make through all of them. I got to like 3/4 of the way of the list. And my response was pretty consistent. A lot of the quotes by men were based in doing something to other people, getting other people to do what you want them to do, right? I think a lot of times we have that perspective, that's what leadership is, right? Getting people to do what you want them to do, even if they don't want to do it, and trying to do it as an empowering way as possible, right? That's manipulation and control at an energetic level, right? This is why women resist it. And then some of the other ones, so that's the thing, is that it's all about the context, right? So if you're in a company, an organization, a corporation, like there's a certain identity and a certain belief system of what it is to be a leader, right? And so if you're relating to that, if you're relating to leadership as that, and you're a business owner, you're going to resist that because maybe you don't align with that. Maybe that's not how you run your business or want to run your business, right? And then some of the other ones, and some of the quotes by the women, there's this essence of authenticity and cooperativeness, connection, right? And there was a really great one. I'm actually going to, I didn't make through all 100 of them. I got 3/4 of the way through. But the best one that I found, all the way up to 3/4 of the way through, that I want to read to you, was actually by Jim Rohn, who I actually have a great deal of respect for. I think he, was a human being on the planet that really did embody both the masculine and feminine aspects and energy of being a human. So he was very well balanced, and was an amazing leader, amazing motivational speaker. And so here's his quote on leadership. The challenge of leadership, right? This is so great. He didn't even say this is what leadership is. The challenge is, right? Creating the space of this is what we arise to, right? If you're on the path of being a leader, right? Because it's always a journey. So the challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Have humor, but without folly. And I just love that. I think it's so powerful. It kind of creates the context of how we could potentially embody and be with what it is to be a leader. And so, so that's one. It's like, how do you define being a leader? And if you haven't ever really been in the inquiry of it and thought of it as a woman, what does it look like to embody being a leader in my life? What does it look like to embody being a leader in my relationships? What does it look like to embody being a leader in my business? And so really being in the inquiry of what does being a leader, if you extracted all the things of what you think it is to be a leader, and I think that's actually the first step of like actually writing down why you're resisting being a leader. Why are you resisting being a leader? Because you don't want to be a bully, because you don't want to control and manipulate other people, because you don't want to be responsible for results. Like getting really present to what does it mean to be a leader for you, and like writing out all the crud, right? And then actually writing down what would be possible if you were being a leader, if you were fully embodying being a leader. What would you like your leadership style to look like? And giving yourself the space and freedom that could look differently in different areas of your life. Being a leader in your business may look different than being a leader in your relationships. Being a leader in your business may look differently than being a leader in your life and what's most important to you in relationship to your health, in relationship to your wealth, in relationship to your creative self-expression, right? What does it look like to be a leader? So I invite you to consider that that you may be resisting being a leader because you are relating to it from a masculine construct that, if you're a woman, doesn't work for you. And so I think that's one reason. And another reason why I think that many women resist being leaders is because they don't have any healthy role models of what it is to embody being a leader as a woman. So actually open your mind to looking at who are the people in your life that embody being a leader as a woman. You know, like who are the women in your life that embody being a leader in their relationship with their significant other that you respect and admire? You know, who are the women in your life that embody being a leader as a parent that you respect and admire? You know, who are the women in your life who embody being a leader in their business that you respect and admire? And just look at all the different areas of your life, you know? So, you know, for me, like around creative self-expression, there are definitely some women that embody being a leader in the music industry and in their creative self-expression that I have great respect and admiration for, you know. And in the area of, in a really specific area of business, there is a woman that I completely admire and respect as being a leader in her specific niche of work, you know? So looking at those people, what are the qualities that you admire in them? What are the qualities that you would like to embody as a leader? So I really invite you to be in this inquiry for yourself, because the impact of not being a leader in your life and relationships and business, like not just the impact, but the drawback or the pitfall. So of the pitfalls of not embodying being a leader is that, you know, you can get into a mindset of that you have to settle for less than what you desire and require, that other people have power over you, that you can't use your voice to advocate for yourself and others and your vision and what you're passionate about. What else? I think I had written a couple of these down, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, and so, you know, you can become resentful of your circumstances if you're not speaking up for yourself, right? If you're not being a leader and advocating for what you require and desire. What else? Those are the big ones. But the most important one of not embodying being a leader is that you're not making the impact that you desire to, that you're not making the impact that you're actually here for. And so that's what I'm care about, right? Is your self-expression being completely unleashed so that you can make the impact that you're here to make. And so I believe that there's certain challenges that women have in actually embodying being a leader in their life, relationships, and business. And so whatever that is for you personally, you want to identify what those blocks and barriers are. And if you can't overcome them yourself, I want you to know that I'm here for you, that I've got your back. And, you know, it's as simple as scheduling a harmony integration session with me. We can like dissolve that block in one session, you know, and get you to a place and emotional freedom where you have the freedom to act in alignment with being the leader that you want, with embodying the characteristics of being the leader that you want, of using your voice to make an impact, that you don't have to like hold back, play small, be stuck, and stay safe. You know, that you can overcome the fears, the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs, and even stored trauma that's holding you back from moving forward in your life, relationships, and business. You can get connected to your natural charisma and your power and your passion, so that you can embody that as the leader that you want to be in your life and relationships. That's where it's at, sister. All right, I guess that's what I had to say today. And if you have any questions, let me know. You can send me a private message. You can comment here. If you're interested in scheduling a harmony integration session with me, just send me a private message. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's holding you back from embodying and being the leader that you'd like to be in your life, relationships, and business. Share your inquiry with us here in the comment section. I'd love to hear. All right. Have a great evening. I'll talk with you soon. Pamela Katie out for now.